Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining me, please do well to like. My name is Tari. Okay, so join me on this journey. I did some goat meat shopping or did goat meat shopping last week for a client who wanted dried goat meat in the UK. This entrepreneurship journey, they carry me go where I don't know. So this was me in the goat meat market. I chose the goat I wanted and the goat was butchered. Sadly, I didn't watch the butchering process, so sorry I can't show you that one because I didn't see when it was being butchered. But yeah, the goat's meat was butchered, dried, and then brought for cutting. It was killed, dried, and then brought for butchering. So the goat was butchered and cut into my desired sizes. Every part was available: the head, the leg, aka matching ground, the offals, aka shaki, roundabouts, intestine, all those things. So the goat meat was butchered. So see how the butchering went. They killed, cut everything according to the sizes I wanted. So this was not a very big goat though. This was not a very big goat. There are different sizes. So this size was not very big, but it was quite sizable. Yeah, so this was how the cutting went for the goat meat. Every part complete. So yeah, cutting was done. You can see the different parts. Yeah, this is the brain. This is the brain. It was still shaking. Yeah, can you see? That's the brain, the goat's brain. I've never seen a goat's brain before, even though I eat ishewu, goat head, but I've never seen the brain. Okay, so I got back home and continued the process. Yes, it's possible to wash in the to dry in the market. At the goat market, the people who butcher, there are people who also dry there, but I preferred to dry by myself, even though it was my first time, because I wouldn't trust their process. Like, see now, this goat's meat, I washed it and washed it over and over and over and over and over again to be able to get a clean goat's meat. You can see the blood, see how bloody the water is. I had to keep washing. If you notice, I poured salt to disinfect. I did this process like 5 or more times just to make sure that I had clear water. So I wouldn't trust the people in the market to, be that patient and wash like this. So I wouldn't trust them. And their hygiene again. I wouldn't want where I'm drying fly inspection or one thing. So I rather do it myself. So yeah, this was how the washing went. We washed, removed, emptied water, put water again. Okay, so now you can see this was like after about 3 or 4 or so. See how clear the water is now. But I'll still go in with another salt. I'll still salt it again to make sure that it is thoroughly washed. We don't leave anything to chance. I wouldn't want to give my clients blood or germs or anything that would harm them. So yeah, I washed it thoroughly. I added more salt again, disinfected, washed. So you see, even though the water is clear, but I can see that the water is not very clear. Me, I'm a perfectionist. I want it to be very clear. So even at this point, I will still pour out this water and put in more water. So you see, I've put in another water. You can see how clear it is now. Now I can be sure that my goat meat is clean and I'm not going to be giving anybody blood or germs. See? So you see, this is the advantage of doing it myself. So I did it, made sure it was very clear. See the water? After all the washing, the water is now good to go. So I now put them in sieves. But note that this is not all the goat meat. And these are the leg, the head, the offals are not here. Okay, so now I'll now go in and start marinating my goat meat. I used some salt, some seasoning cubes, some pepper, ginger, and garlic to do this marinating. So I stirred thoroughly, like I stirred and stirred so that it goes in. Since I can't use my hand is quite intolerable to pepper. Even if I use a glove, it will still pepper me somehow. So I avoid touching pepper. So I used a spatula and I went in, turned and stirred and stirred and stirred and stirred thoroughly. I stirred thoroughly to ensure that everything gets in, every ingredient is in. The goat meat sucks in all the ingredients and plus its own natural flavor so that everything will be, delicious. So that when it finally gets to the end user, they will enjoy their goat's meat. It will be very delicious. So that was what we did. So we marinated and then we covered it up and kept it for at least 4 hours. I covered it up from morning, from afternoon till evening. Okay, so then I now put it in the oven tray. But yeah, like I said, I told you this was my first time. So I used this oven tray instead of the other one that would have allowed the juice and the oil to drip. So this gave me a longer process. Then I also tried it with my local oven. My local oven. I tried it with my local oven to see which one goes faster. Yeah, the normal oven was actually faster. But this made the process easier for me. After drying here, I sent to the oven. But everything worked well. And voila, we have our dried goat's meat. I hope you enjoyed this process with me. Yeah, this meat was very dried, so it can stay for as long as 1 month. Bye. Thank you for